¿Qué pasa, YouTube? Okay, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to our top 16 match in the OLR. So, unfortunately, when this battle took place, my power went out and the whole file got corrupted, unfortunately. So I'll leave a link to DYEITTIGHT side of this game if you guys do want to see a live version of this match. And as I mentioned, we are facing DYEITTIGHT here in the top 16 of the OLR. If you guys do enjoy this, leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of our squad, or what have you thought about Generation 9 so far, with Gen 10 rumored to potentially be coming out next year, maybe like late next year, like the year after. I don't know. We'll see. Champions coming out, and yeah, so this is our matchup going into this game here. Unfortunately, Die has a very terrifying top 3 mons. Terapagos can stop any of our potential setup from Great Tusk or Iron Moth. Ogerpon Wellspring is very hard for us to switch into. Depending on the set, will determine on how exactly we can deal with it. Darkrai, depending on the set, could also just absolutely destroy us, so we gotta watch out for that. Petrunt, Bellybolt, and Mesprit are also just really good defensively here in this matchup. And then Tera Avalugg does have a potential chance to come. I saw that in some mocks, so shout out to the front office homies who were able to help me this matchup. And then the final mon is going to be Alcrem. I really don't expect Alcrem to come to this game, so I'm really not too concerned about that. But let's take a look here at our squad. So our first mon is going to be Great Tusk Rocks, Headlong Rush, Throat Chop, and Taunt with the Clear Amulet. The nice thing about this set is that this could potentially beat Petrunt 1v1 and hopefully get rid of that and not allow it to be much more of a problem. Unfortunately, Petrunt is slightly faster than Great Tusk, though there are a couple sets that could allow it to beat it. But hopefully, with us having a offensive Great Tusk here with the Clear Amulet, we can catch him off guard and knock him out. Taunt is also really nice to stop him from potentially going for the parting shot or anything else supportive wise that we are able to outspeed with our investment. So our next mon is going to be 5-star aka Greninja, just a purely offensive mixed Greninja here, because this is really hard for him to want to bring in. I've ran Protean pretty much this entire run, but it's still just really good here. Battle Bond is nice. Unfortunately, though, he does have Terapagos, and Terapagos, as I said, is a mon that can stop any of our potential setups, so we do have to be very careful with that. Otherwise, though, it is difficult for him to switch into. Taunt is nice to potentially stop any setup from the Terapagos if I'm worried about that, depending on the position that it is during our game. It also stops recovery from the Bellybolt and the Petrunt, which is really nice. So our next mon is going to be Jirachi Wokai, and this is a kind of a lore set because we are rocking the Colbur Berry to hopefully bait in the Darkrai. If he doesn't flinch us, then we're able to stop him with Thunder Wave, and Darkrai is a bit of a nuisance in this matchup. So outside of that, though, Healing Wish is nice for our first 2 mons, or potentially our Iron Moth will be coming to this game. And next off, we have Iron Moth, as mentioned earlier, a second ago, sorry. And the cool thing about Moth here is that we are choice specs. This could maybe be our lead, depending on what he brings. I don't think he'll lead off with Wellspring, though. So if he doesn't lead Wellspring, we should be in a good spot, and then we can kind of go from there, hopefully putting on some pressure immediately. Next off, we have Sinistcha, which can also be a bit of an annoying set for him to potentially deal with. We are Strength Sap, Sub, Machagacha, and Stun Spore. Stun Spore is actually really nice because we can paralyze basically everything, especially if the Ogerpon does end up tearing. We don't paralyze the Bellybolt, but that's not the worst thing ever, because with Sub, he should never break our Sub. So behind a Sub, this Sinistcha can definitely put in a lot of work. We are not able to touch the Petrunt, but I'm hoping that the rest of our squad can kind of weaken or deal with Petrunt, and then we can go from there. And then our final team member is going to be Volby. This more or less is kind of my main switch into Darkrai. Darkrai unfortunately has just a really good matchup into us, and I'm hoping that this set might be able to catch him off guard. I did run into Hypnosis Darkrai here and there, so he either misses or he hits, and then we can surprise him with the Sleep Talk, and we can go from there. So yeah, guys, that is our squad. As I mentioned, watching. Definitely check out Dai's side of this game. I'm crunched on time, and I want to get this uploaded. So check out his side, and then find out if we are able to move on to the next round. So thank you all for watching. Later, everybody.